bunnies, it's Tikky's Trinkets here, and today I have for y'all another polymer clay tutorial. Finally, I know it took forever, but I've just been going through a lot, and things have been hard lately, and I'm not talking about COVID-19, I'm just talking about me personally. I've just been dealing with a lot, but I'm back, y'all, and I plan on updating and uploading more frequently, hopefully every Friday as usually planned. But anyways, like I said, this is a tutorial. Also, I'm sorry I'm dressed so scandalous. I kind of can't help it. Here where I'm at in Georgia, it's currently 70 or 80 degrees. It's hot. It's really, really hot. And this tank top really does look scandalous. I'm so sorry for my young viewers. It's just skin. It's just skin. Anyways, enough of that. I made another dragon this week, and this is my Easter dragon. I couldn't make something in time for St. Patty's Day, so I said, let's go ahead and skip to Easter. I think she came out so stinking cute if it would just focus on her and not me. There we go. Well, that's still not as focused as I want it to be. There we go. She's holding a chocolate bunny with a purple bow. She herself is a light pink color, or rose pastel, what's it called? Dusty rose pink, with lilac accents and bronze accents, along with lilac and bronze wings, along with lilac, well, this isn't really like a lilac, it's more like a plum paint, plum, bronze, and pearl colored polka dots, which you'll see better in the actual tutorial. I thought this came out so stinking cute, and her base I painted kind of like an Easter egg. It's kind of really hard to see that, but there's a stripe and then there's polka dots, which you'll see more of that in the actual video. And this is not going to be a three-piece set, this is going to be a duo set, so just two in this collection. It's going to be the Dusty Rose Pink Dragon, along with a Lilac Purple Dragon. It's pretty much going to be the same thing, just all the colors inverted. So it'll be, well, I'll leave that to the imagination for the next one. How's that sound? Anyways, I think that's enough talking about the cutie patootie, because you're about to watch her being made. Thank you guys so much for watching. The lighting is awful. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be updated every time I post a video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Let's get into this. Bye-bye, my bunnies. As I stated before, this is a two-part tutorial with the brown bunny and the white bunny here, the little buttons. It's going to be a pink and a purple bunny. That white pearl clay we're not going to use for now. This is what we're going to use for now. We're going to start with the Dusty Rose color that I mentioned before. Also, if you hear a loud sound, that's my fan going. Again, I mentioned it's hot. And I pre-rolled most of the balls I would need. I forgot about the wings and a few other little things, so I'll do that later. But let's start with the biggest one that we had in the center and roll it into a teardrop shape. Then on the rounded end, go ahead and pinch that and roll it into a pointed shape. That way you have the tail and the body and the neck all in one go. Then I just kind of press it down towards the tail so it's flat on its bottom. And I put a toothpick in it for stability. Next, we're going to make the head, so you're going to roll it with the palms of your hand into an egg shape. Once you get that, press it near the top so it'll be indented like this. And if it's not pointy enough for you, just kind of smush it with your fingers to make it a little more pointed. And then you got a head. I tried to condense those steps down in one, but if you need more help, feel free to ask me down below and I'll explain better. Next, we're going to make his feet, her feet. I don't know if it's going to be a girl or boy, but we'll see. And to make the feet, you're just going to roll it into a teardrop shape. As you can see, this is a little more than ½ an inch. Press it down with your fingers so it'll be round on top but flat on the bottom. Then using a cutting tool, cut out 2 triangles on both feet for the toes. And then you're done, so just get a little bit of glue and put it on the side and glue it to the body. Just like that. Next, we're going to make the thighs, or the upper legs of the dragon. I almost said bunny. So we're going to use these 2 balls right here, and pressing down against your work surface, with this being in the center of the palm of your hand, just press it down so it'll stay round on the top and be flat on the bottom. It should look something like this once you're done. Once you got these and they're not too big or too small, just go ahead and stick them on. We'll use a little bit of glue for stability, or liquid Sculpey, and stick it to the body. Perfect. Easy. Next, we're going to make the arms, and we're going to use these 2 balls right here. And you're going to want to roll these into teardrop shapes. I need them to be about 1 inch. These are a little bit longer, but I'll cut the excess off in a minute. And you're going to do just like you did with the other stuff. Press it down gently so it'll be more round on the top but flat on the bottom. Once you do that, get your cutting tool back out and cut 2 little triangles for fingers this time instead of toes. Although technically dragons walk on all fours, so technically it's toes. You know what I mean. Then I position the button how I want it to. This button is plastic, so it cannot be baked, so we'll deal with that momentarily once we get ready to bake. Next, I took the last 2 pink balls to make the ears, roll them into chunky teardrop shapes, press your little rounded tool into them, and kind of roll up towards the top to give the interior part of the ear, and then just stick it onto the head. Easy. Now I'm going to go ahead and pre-roll all the balls I forgot about, which is 8 right here. I had a moment. And we're going to start with the 2 kind of halfway up, the ones that I'm pointing at. And these are going to be the little whisker things, or feathery fluff things. You're just going to take these and roll them into little teardrop shapes, and then you're going to want to cut the rounded parts off so they're flat, just like this. And we're going to start from the top, so put them on the top of the face first, right under the ears. Perfect. And then either use a blending tool or your finger, but a blending tool is much easier. I get these blending tools right here on Amazon for like a couple of bucks. And blend the little whisker fluff things into the face. Next, we're going to repeat these steps with these 2 small balls right here. And I'm not going to show you everything again, I'm just going to slap it on there. There we go. A little more condensing on the tutorial so it's not as long. Next, we're going to make the wings. So we're going to use the 2 balls up at the top. And you're going to roll these into teardrop shapes. And again, we need about 1 inch in length, which this is a little more than 1 inch, and you're just going to cut that off. Don't cut it off flat, cut it off at an angle, at a biased angle, like here. You can see that it's bent downward just slightly, so when you cut, don't cut straight, cut at an angle. And then you're going to bend these, make sure they're still 1 inch in length, make sure they're evenly proportioned. And then we're going to take the other 2 pink balls I had up there, and you're going to roll these into little teardrop shapes. And you need these to be half 1 inch in length, as you can see here. And you're going to need these flat, so you're going to cut the rounded pieces off, like so. And now we got blurry photos. It's okay. Then put the flat pieces in the arch of the wings. Try to space it out nice and evenly. And once you get done with that, it should look a little something like this. And then I also put on the eyeballs, which I use plastic beads. You can use clay if you want to, or anything else, or glass beads. It's up to you. But again, plastic cannot be baked. Next, we're going on to the lilac color, and you're going to roll it into 4 balls. And you're going to take the 2 in the front first, and you're going to roll these into teardrop shapes. Again, I roll them out until about 1 inch, a little bit more than 1 inch. But I'm going to cut these a little shorter than 1 inch. They're going to be about what is that, like 1/8 of an inch? 1/16? Oh my gosh, I need to restudy math. You can see it on the cutting board. Just pause it if you need to. Then I just bend them down just slightly to make like a kind of heart-like shape. Next, I'm going to take these 2 purple balls right here, and these are going to be for the wings. So what you're going to want to do is roll these both flat, but not too flat. You can still see they got a little thickness to them. And then you're going to want to cut 2 triangle shapes. And I cut these very narrow, but you actually need them very wide. So cut 2 isosceles type triangles, not 2 right angle type triangles. Just cut a really fat triangle. And then stick the triangles up in the wings and use something curved to cut the excess out. And finally, wash your hands and move on to the bronze one, because if you go from purple to bronze, the colors are mixed if you don't wash your hands. And then we're going to roll out 4 balls, just like I did with the last thing. These 2 are going to be for the horns, so roll them into teardrop shapes. These I'm only going to have cut about 1/2 inch, so they're smaller than the others, as you can see here. I did cut that one on the right a little bit smaller too, so about 1/2 inch for both. And then on the angle part, just stick it on the head, place it wherever you want. You can curve them too if you want to. I just wanted to do straight and curved. Shows a little more dynamic going to it. Next, the other 2 balls, do the same thing for the wings. Roll them into flat little discs and then cut them into very wide triangles. This is more like what you need, these wide triangles. Stick them up inside the wings and cut off the excess with a curved shaped tool, whatever you have on hand. Next, I put 2 little metal pieces in the wings for stability, and then I attach these using glue. But don't stick them in until you're sure that they're evenly spaced apart and not wonky or anything like that. They look weird here, but that's just because the arm's not attached. Next, I took the arm off the bunny and the eyes out because the arm's going to have to bake separately, and then the plastic stuff we can't bake. Next, I cleaned it off with rubbing alcohol to get all this dirt and gunk off of it, and that's how many I used, and it made a huge difference, trust me. Next, I took that curve tool again to indent a little smile, and then I also took this rubbery blending tool to indent a little on the side of the smile. I don't know how to describe that. Then I baked it for 350 degrees for 12 minutes in the gas oven, or you can do it for 9 minutes in an electric oven. While that's baking, get out a little wooden base if you want it, and I'm going to paint it to look like an Easter egg. So I'm going to take this plummy purple color and paint the base a solid purple. Once you get done with that and let that dry off, then we're going to move on to that light pink color that we got that's really similar to the color of the actual dragon. And I took a dotting tool, and I got the paintbrush washed and used it too to make the straight lines. And I just dotted on some patterns and painted on the striped. The stripe I had to repaint about 3 times, so if it doesn't come out thick enough or clean enough, just paint over it and make it thicker and more clear. Once the dragon was out of the oven and cooled down, you can go ahead and glue everything in place. The bunny, the arm, the eyes. And if the arm doesn't fit, you can use your X-Acto blade to cut it off even after it's baked to make it fit the way you need it to. Once you got that all glued on and dried, use E6000 to glue her to the base. And now's the fun part. You get to poke on some polka dots using white, pearly white, bronze, and a plum purple color. And I just went to town and polka dotted wherever felt right. Once that's completely dry, then go ahead and glaze it with at least 2 coats of polyacrylic floor varnish, which I get from Walmart. And then you're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye, my bunnies.